The following program is presented by Pro Sound and Video.
Hello and welcome to Broward Teen News.
Stay tuned to find out how the financial manager of a local dealership helps his community in need obtain their vehicles.
A commentary about West Broward's Difference Makers program shedding light on breast cancer awareness.
How the owner of a local bakery quit her previous job to pursue her dream of owning her own.
And how the executive chef of a university works with his team to provide motivation and service.
All of that and more on this episode of Broward Teen News.
Hi, and welcome to Broward Teen News, West Broward Edition. I'm Emma Luna.
And I'm Nicholas Gallant. On this episode, we're going to be sharing stories from the community covered by our local teen journalists.
Carlos Sierra is a financial department manager here at Cars and Trucks, who helps people in need acquire a vehicle.
Mixing his love for automobiles with marketing and finance, he found the perfect opportunity to help out his community. Jackson can tell you the story.
Carlos Sierra is the finance department manager at Cars and Trucks, who helps out people in need get a vehicle depending on their circumstances. Graduating from college with a degree in marketing and finance, he mixed it in with his love of cars to start up his new career.
My job entails basically the analyzing of the customer's credit and determine how we can help them get a vehicle within their circumstances or their budget cap. To begin with, I basically got into this business as soon as I left college because I got a degree in marketing and finance. And the only type of marketing and finance that I liked in the market was within cars. I've always loved vehicles. I'm a very big fan of, motorsports. And I said, how can I venture into this, business? And that was basically with financing of automobiles. I've worked in franchise dealerships, and I've worked also in independents like this one. And independence is where I can stand out the most and help the best.
The most difficult challenge he's had to face, however, is learning how to deal with a wide variety of customers and cases, since not everyone reacts the same way. Yet, he still works hard to put his best foot forward in providing the best service for all of his customers.
I think the biggest and the most difficult challenge was to learn how to deal with people. Not every customer is the same, not every person reacts the same to specific news, and every customer is different. I think one thing anybody and everybody can take is that I am definitely here to provide the best service that I can with the tools provided to any customer that needs it.
Many people think heroes are only fictional characters who wear spandex, but if you ask any one of Carlos Sierra's clients, they tell you his amazing service was proof that not all heroes wear capes. That being said, this has been Jackson Gay reporting.
Breast cancer awareness is a topic that is deemed to be so negative, but the West Broward High Difference Makers program is shedding light on this important topic in a way that is positive towards the community. Emma can tell you more.
Breast cancer awareness is always seen as such a morose topic, when in reality it should be celebrated. Breast cancer survivors should be seen as just that, survivors. The amount of strength that these women have to keep fighting through this terrible condition is incredibly admirable. And that's the message that the West Broward Difference Makers are trying to share with the community. By selling breast cancer awareness bracelets, not only are they spreading awareness and raising money for this cause, but they're also informing and bringing together the West Broward student community to fight for a common goal. The average 5-year survival rate for a woman with non-metastatic invasive breast cancer is 90%. With this in mind, students can gather together, seek, and support resources to aid others. When a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer, it doesn't only affect her, it impacts everyone around her as well. By coming together to raise money to donate to breast cancer research in hospitals and labs, we're one step closer to finding a cure to breast cancer and helping current and future patients in their battle to overcome it. For WB-TV, this has been Emma Luna. Olenka's Artisan Bakery is a brand new up-and-running bakery that works efficiently to provide a nice, warm, and welcome environment for their customers. Let's toss it to Yasmin Gittins for more.
Olenka's Artisan Bakery is a new local business that works hard every day to provide a good environment and food for their customers. As a new business, it is crucial that they operate their bakery as efficient as possible, and there isn't any day that goes by in which they aren't striving to fulfill their goal. And today is not an exception. By spreading kindness, cheer, and listening to their customers, they work to make the bakery better one step at a time.
As a new business, we always try, to greet people when they're at the door, always form those connections with your customers, learn their names, just be super friendly, nice to them, we're always trying out new trends. Like for Valentine's Day, we have like heart-shaped cakes, little alfajores that are heart-shaped. Yeah.
Because the business is relatively new, hardships and struggles such as the COVID-19 pandemic deeply affect them. But they still manage to find a way to overcome it and not let it get to them.
Some struggles we've gone through, especially during the whole pandemic, is a lot of people are scared to like come out and like interact with other people. So we've opened our business on a lot of online services like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and we're doing a lot of phone delivery calls. Yeah.
Today, Olenka's Bakery continues to work their hardest in order to make sure the business is operating as smoothly as possible and to provide a good environment for their customers. For WBN-AM, this has been Yasmin Giddens reporting.
Competition is so much more than just first place. Teamwork and learning new things, not about just your craft but also yourself, is what's so important. People take the pressure differently, but that's how you prepare yourself in the end to prove everyone wrong. Lady Massa can tell you more.
Competition season has been an adventure to say the least. Time is of the essence for students, and it hasn't been any easier for those behind the scenes. Regardless, they all come together to compete against one another for one common goal.
ASB 4 State is an intense 2-day competition for video and media and film and broadcasting students hosted in Springfield, Missouri. Originally, ASB 4 State was supposed to be a regional contest for people in Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, and Oklahoma. But a few schools from outside of those 4 states asked to be part of it, and we thought, yeah, if they want to get here, we'd love to have them. I think the biggest thing with these competitions is you can put off projects and put off projects and put off projects, but when you have a real deadline, it's amazing how much you can get done in a very short amount of time, and I've always loved that about competitions. When I was in high school, I always liked to work alone. I always try to do my own. So like the backpack journalist contest, that would have been one I would have gravitated towards. I'm such a control freak, and I don't I don't trust anybody else to do anything on projects. And so it's like that was always me in high school. I was always working by myself usually. And then since high school, I've spent the last 20 years building a video production company and career on that and producing projects. Competition is important because it brings people it brings teams together. It brings teams together. And it puts people in a pressure cooker. I think the most important thing is how can we get students to do their best with the time they have and the people they have. And that's, I think, all we can ask of students.
People may relate to younger Brandon by preferring to work by themselves, but competitions tie everyone together as one. They build relationships, competition spirit stays high, and everyone continues to push through obstacles. There may not be a prize for some, but there will be a sense of accomplishment for aspiring creators. For WB-TV, this has been Lainey Massa reporting.
The sports industry is one that is heavily male-dominated, with not a lot of female representation. In this next commentary, Jackson can tell us more about the unfairness in the sports industry when it comes to gender.
Imagine you're talking with your friends about that crazy basketball game you went to last night. You're all raving about that one half-court shot that ended the whole game. Paige Buchers really is something else. I bet you thought I was talking about male sports, didn't you? But why did you think that? Look at this guy back here, for example. How much do you want to bet that he's talking about men's sports? According to the article Gender in Televised Sports News and Highlight Shows, men receive a whopping 96.3% of the airtime, while women's sports only receive 1.6%, and gender-neutral topics only receive about 2.1%. This is a precipitous decline in the coverage of women's sports since 2004, when 6.3% of the airtime was devoted to women's sports. To bring it full circle, women put in the same amount of effort into their sports as men do, and they deserve just as much credit and airtime as men do. Wouldn't you agree? For WB-TV, this has been Jackson Gay reporting.
Now for a quick break. When we come back, we'll cover the journey of one of Broward County's most popular bakeries and how its owner got to where she is.
Got me a plan, gonna travel across the land from the back porch swing to the castle in the sand. Busy like a bee, like the sky through the trees. I got a rhythm in my pocket, I'll roll and see the sun.
Online order for Bella?
hopping and skipping, I'll be singing in the streets.
This was supposed to be a hot coffee.
Someone's in the kitchen and they're making some for me. Hey, I'll take a southwest breeze on a northeast day.
Hey, you look different. You cut your hair?
Yeah, I just wanted a fresh start.
Oh, nice.
Travel across the land from a backboard swing to my castle in the sand.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh, don't even worry about it. I'm not the one that's all soaking wet.
No, don't even worry. After today, this shirt and I can handle anything.
Rule number 1, don't video call at the gym. Rule number 2, don't be distracted and on your phone. Rule number 3, don't eat and drink with your camera or mic on. Rule number 4, don't join a video call in a loud setting. Rule number 5, don't be outdoors during a video call. And finally, rule number 6, don't ever video call on the toilet.
It's back to school time. You know what that means. You want to fit in. Try this, try that. I'm only gonna do it once, no more after this. There's no way I could be addicted, right? But who knows? 'Cause you never know. But it might just pull you in. Know the signs. Visit kidshealth.org to learn more.
Welcome back. Paula Marzola, the owner of Lady Baker, went from quitting her job to pursuing her dream of owning a full-fledged bakery that has now become an important part of her life and the community. Giancarlo Zeres can give you the story.
One's dreams can be a hard thing to do that takes a lot of strength and courage. But for local owner and baker Paula Marzola, that is one feat she sought out to achieve. Lady Baker is a local business in Pembroke Pines, Florida, focused on showing and spreading their virtues of kindness within the walls of this beautiful bakery. Paula opened this bakery as a way to follow her dreams and spread cheer and kindness among all its customers.
When I started this business, the idea was to have something different. I wanted to create a moment for my customers. So through the bread, I can get bread. I can bring my customers, take my customers to another place, like having a special moment when they have a bite of it. Not only with the customers, but with the employees too. I want to have a place where they can feel that this is the best place that they can be. I have already worked with in a chemical company for a long time, and I sold that company, and I decided that after that, everything that I would do with my heart. Kindness is the biggest one that we have here. You have to be kind, not only with the customers, but whoever is working with you. So kindness is one of my big things here.
Lady Baker brings a kind environment to her employees. For her workers, she makes sure that every second is joy and also encourages them to fill the bakery with kindness and positivity.
Honestly, I'd say one of the customers, like, they remember my name and stuff like that, and I actually never told them. Just by my necklace, they were able to remember my name and stuff, so that was like, oh, that's so sweet. And they also come all the time to come like, hey, Bianca, this and that, stuff like that.
Lady Baker continues to be a bakery in which their one goal is to spread kindness with bread. And by creating an environment in which customers and employees feel a sense of kindness and cheer every time they step into the bakery. It is clear that Lady Baker is a place welcome to all. For WBTV, this has been Yasmin Giddens reporting.
Kevin Blankenship is the executive chef at a student section at Drury University. Moving through his journey, he's had multiple opportunities while working with his team and spreading motivation to provide great service every day. Let's toss it to Matthew Millian for more.
we'll have good service.
The Student Center here on Drury University campus holds a cafeteria that is led by Kevin Blankenship, and he comes from a strong background of cooking that allows a great service for students attending the university and fellow guests.
I would say the thing that got me to where I'm at today is just hard work and perseverance. Being dedicated to learning the craft as being a chef. Took 3 years worth of school and a lot of hard work, a lot of late nights, but it paid off. It wasn't until a little later in my adulthood that I decided to go to school to become a chef, but I've been cooking since I was 15 years old in kitchens, and I just decided in my early 20s to make it a profession.
There was, in fact, another factor of the start of Blankenship's career right here in Missouri.
Missouri State, their production department had put on a TV show, a local culinary TV show called Show Me Chefs, and I competed in that and did that when I was in college to become a chef.
Using his talents and experience, Blankenship turns to his fellow chefs to spread motivation and encouragement and make each day a great one.
I would say the most effective way to spread motivation to my team is to example it. Come in and you spread what you have, and if you're positive and if I'm positive and motivated and feeling good about what I'm doing, then that's going to bleed off into my team.
With Kevin Blankenship moving forward in his career with his team, this has been Matthew Milian reporting.
Every year, around Halloween, Drury University in Springfield, Missouri hosts Fighting Ghosts, a Super Smash Bros. Tournament that provides a thrilling night for gamers and cosplayers to come together and unite their passion. Albani Chirinos can tell you more.
Here at Fighting Ghost, gamers and cosplayers come together in Springfield, Missouri every year around Halloween as a community for a Super Smash Bros. Tournament to make for the thrilling night.
Yeah, so this is called Fighting Ghost. It's a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournament. We do this specific series annually. Me personally, I am an event coordinator and I do the stream and production and stuff.
The aesthetics here are absolutely pristine. Like, there are no other events that give off the sheer amount of vibes and just take a look at the atmosphere. Like, the atmosphere in the event is just, it leaves me speechless.
These gamers are all united by their passion of playing Super Smash Bros. They truly go all out with this event to make the game come to life. Halloween allows them to show their gamer side and connect with others. They come in as strangers and go out as family. For ASB First State, this has been Albani Chirinos reporting.
As the seasons change, so do filmmakers' creative views. Different seasons can connect viewers with different emotions. Let's take it to Ashley to tell us more.
Scene 1, take 1. Action! In film, different seasons symbolize different emotions. How you interpret them is up to you. It's a filmmaker's job to capture any season in everyday life through their lens.
Oh, absolutely. I think the seasons bring out changes in people. I think seasons for me, for example, I go through periods of ups and downs in life, as anybody does. I know the winter time always brings me down to my low, and sometimes when I'm the most creative. And again, I think seasons are so visceral that you can really look back on your life and remember those moments that you associate with fall leaves or fresh snow when the air gets really, really silent, or that summer breeze when you're hanging out with your friends under the park in the trees. So.
Filmmakers aspire to revive that feeling of nostalgia through their work. For example, the fall season reminds me of baking pumpkin pie with my family and raking the orange leaves in my driveway. This feeling of deja vu, created by videographers, allows for their audience to visually see the emotion.
I think that's what's so interesting about working in, we'll say, the Midwest in general, is that we have these really prevalent seasons that really create emotion behind the lens. And so you have, for me, seasons always recall this feeling of nostalgia. And so you have the fall and the snow, obviously. And I come from Los Angeles, and so we don't have seasons there. So when I make films out here, I think there's something really to be said about the environment in the seasons.
Capturing the essence of the changing seasons is such a vital aspect of life that those with creative minds try to capture every single day, for us to look back and remember the good times and the bad times. For ASB 4 State, this has been Ashley Silva reporting.
Here at BTN, we have the pleasure of working with other schools in the area to find out what's going on here in South Florida. Here's a story from Doral Academy Prep featuring 1-800-LUCKY and its unique twist on Asian culture in Miami. Liz Fonseca can tell you more.
1-800-LUCKY is a local Miami food hall featuring a space where the community can appreciate Asian cultures through traditional dishes and a social environment for the neighborhood to enjoy.
People often ask, how does 1-800-LUCKY bring out the Asian culture here at this food hall? And I think just by the sheer variety here, as well as the decor, they do a really great job at making sure that different cultures are represented. So we have Chinese, we have Japanese, now with me here we have Filipino, and we all represent just a different section of Asian culture.
Not only does the food hall provide cultural expression from its founders, but it also allows for locals to share a new experience with food and people.
So we chose to come here because we liked the idea that there were choices, so everybody could get a little bit of everything and maybe even try more than one cuisine. I'd never had Filipino food until today, and we got to meet the people that were cooking it, and they gave us their recommendations. And then they have some classic stuff they're used to, like fried rice or bao buns, but it's nice to have people that know a little bit about the cuisine and can talk to you about it.
And it's one place where, at least in Miami, you can try different flavors of Asian culture.
Whether it be to enjoy a delicious meal or to experience the beauties of an underrepresented culture in the city of Miami, 1-800-LUCKY is a perfect spot for all family and friends. Signing off from FBTV for FSPA, I'm Liz Fonseca.
Now let's take it to another story from Doral Academy Prep about the relationship between rhythm and the street. Let's toss it to Firebird TV for more.
En este parque, en este lugar, yo creo que todos los viernes hacen el Viernes Cultural aquí en Miami y lo hacen en esta zona. Y te repito, como te dije anteriormente, es fabuloso para ciertas personas que o están ya en pensión, que no tienen, que no trabajan. Venir aquí es un relax, es una cosa que se alteran y forman lío y se discuten, pero para ellos es fantástico. Y para la comunidad cubana sobre todo, porque aquí se reúnen prácticamente casi 80-90% son cubanos.
Bueno, mira, tenemos un comisionado aquí que se llama Yo Caroyo. Gracias a muchos de nosotros, los artistas y los artesanos, tenemos la oportunidad de exponer, porque él es bien pro arte. Ha evolucionado porque él ha hecho cosas nuevas, pero no ha tumbado los edificios viejos para mantenerlo como algo simbólico de cuando nosotros llegamos aquí, que yo tengo las costumbres bien porque yo soy cubano, pero aquí hay hondureños, aquí hay de todo, que son más que bienvenidos. O sea que la cultura aquí es bien mezclada. El parque Domino, la gente caminando, a mí me gusta el ambiente de estar con personas. A mí me gusta vender, a mí me gusta crear, yo me siento bien cuando alguien me da un complemento sobre mi arte.
O sea, pues al final como que de Cuba se conocen más bien otras cosas, pues como la salsa y la comida, pero pues no tanto el café. O los puros, pues a veces se conocen los puros, pero pues yo no sabía como tanto del café. Y como que me ha sorprendido como al llegar aquí, ver que estaba ahí la máquina y estaban tostando el café y todo. Bueno, en general como que en Miami me ha parecido mucho más multicultural de lo que pensaba. O sea, me ha sorprendido como la diversidad de ir por la calle y ver como rasgos tan distintos y gente de tan distintas nacionalidades. Al final como la música forma parte de la cultura y como que Cuba tiene como tipos de música muy característicos como el son y la salsa y pues es algo que se escucha aquí, pues en el barrio cubano y en otros sitios pues no tanto. Entonces eso como que marca un poco la diferencia del barrio cubano pues a otro tipo de barrios también.
Well, that about wraps it up here. From West Broward High, I'm Nicholas Gallen.
And I'm Emma Luna. If you want to see more stories like these and more, make sure you follow our Broward Teen News Facebook page.
See you next time.
Broward Teen News was brought to you by ProSound and Video.